It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Nick Bolton, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Cards and the Browns, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go as it will be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 61 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. This one downfield to Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. You look at this Browns defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. They'll get this to his tight end. It's John Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They run with a veteran here. It's Rashad Penny. Shifts past him at the 45. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Dumps that off to Penny as running back.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The Browns at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. That they're going to be tough to beat in this one. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, he shifts past him, and he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Stroud now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Stroud finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dalton Kincaid with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. This defense for the Cards, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
They'll send Brown in motion right, and they'll run it here. Now Brown, he lost the football, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A look look at the numbers from Penny last week. 23 carries, 75 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Here's 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, as they've got it as we resume action. Penny, a 1st down carry, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll get this run past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in a double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Mahomes going to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Penny. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Stroud now on 2nd down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Stroud out of the gun here. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Reed, 37 yards. And the Browns have cut the lead back down to 2.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Here now, Roberts. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. James now to return it. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Mahomes now to throw. We'll get that complete to Reed. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. James now to return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. That's to the rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Stroud sets up the play action. On the out route, he's got Burks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Stroud. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for possible comeback, because I thought one of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Penny. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15. At the 47.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. And that's what this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They'll take over with great field position here, down a point as they start 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Ball start.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt like he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Mahomes. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have regained the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And we see James, he will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Able to slither by. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now Stroud. Short throw, it's Higbee. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Browns 47.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On the bootleg, Stroud. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for it. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Shifts by him at the 25. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Browns defense stands tall. But clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Hey, you're older to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we're talking about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's third and a few inches. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Throwing into traffic there, that's complete. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brandon Cooks from 3 yards out. And the Browns will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And we see James, he will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stroud looking to throw.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. To return is Roberts. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Brown, the motion man right. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On the return, it's James. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Stroud now on 1st and 10. A shot downfield for Burks. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Stroud. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And Stroud now to throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
First carry for James Conner. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Richie James, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And Howie clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down 23-20, 2:13 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. And they'll throw it with Stroud here. 1st and 10. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Now Stroud gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. Stroud. Now complete to Smith and Jigba.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Stroud to throw it. Short throw, it's Higbee.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break?
Well, Connor loses it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. First throw of overtime, Stroud. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Stroud to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early.
He's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Did a job of running in to take him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Stroud. Oh, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Browns are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They begin with a run by Penny. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running.
And he shreds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is out of bounds inside the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is Smith with a ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Penny up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done. Put this one in the win column. So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.
So for Cleveland, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.